Worksheet number 1 for Unit 5 is for systems of equations. So a system of equations is just two or more equations, and we want to find out where they meet. Now, on this unit, we're only going to be working on linear equations, but it wouldn't have to be. It could be other equations, just finding out where they meet. So, for example, for these two, there's several ways we could figure out where they meet. One way would be just to draw them. Let me get that line a little better. If we draw this first line, remember this is our y-intercept, so we start at -3, 1, 2, 3, and we go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and if you remember, we can go ahead and draw our line just from 2 dots, but when we're doing systems of equations, sometimes helps to go ahead and just keep drawing the slope out so we can get much more exact, okay? But remember, just to draw the line, we'd only need 2 of those points. Alright, so we could draw this other line. So this is our y-intercept, -4. I'll do it in a different color here, green, -4. And we go up 3 over 1. So we go up 1, 2, 3 over 1. And as you can see, that point right there is where it's going to match. 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1. So we have these two lines, and they met actually, if I draw this line a little bit better, they meet right at this point here. So that is 1, -1. So they're going to meet at the point 1, -1, or where x is 1 and where y is -1. Alright, so I know I didn't draw that super cleanly on there, so let's take a look at it on the calculator. So we go into y equals, and we can plot both of these. We have 2x minus 3 and 3x minus 4. And if we graph those, we can see that they cross right here. So it looks like it, again, at +1, -1 is the point where they're going to cross. Now it's sometimes hard to tell from here, so we can do this in the table. So we go into table, and what we're looking for is the point where both of these lines, y1 and y2, are the same. So it's what x value are both of the y values the same. So it's at x is 1, y is -1. Now if we actually look at these tables, if we were going to do this by hand without a calculator, we could draw it like this, or we could go ahead and do our little input-output table. So remember, input is x and output is y. So if our input is -3 and our output is -9, -7, -5, -3. I'm just getting this from this row right here. 1 and 3. And for over here, -3 is -13. Again, I'm just getting this from the table. -10, -7, -4, -1, 2, and 5. And we're looking for the point that is the same in both of these tables. And then just remember too, you could, if you're doing this by hand, you could go 2 times whatever x is minus 3. So 2 times -3 is -6, minus 3 is -9. So this would be 3 times whatever x is minus 4. -3 times -3 is -9, minus 4 is -13. So different ways we can do it. Easiest way though is just to go ahead, if they're both in y equals, which they're not always going to be, but they will be for this worksheet. If they're both in y equals, you just go ahead and plot them. Look on the graph. If you can see very clearly where they are, you can just write it down from there. If not, you can go into the table and find out where they are there. And again, remember, the table is only going to work if they come out evenly. If they don't come out evenly, which most of them on the major tests that we're taking will come out evenly, but if they don't come out evenly, I'll show you another way in a few minutes. So the other two I'd like you to try on your own. You can do it any of the ways, but in the end, I'd like you to have them graphed. So you can go ahead and graph this. So you go -3, start at -3, 1, 2, 3. Go up 2/1, and graph several of those points. And for this one, you start at -3, 1, 2, 3. Makes it easy to see where they're going to cross. And go down 2/1, down 1, 2/1. So that one's going to be there. And this one's going to be there. And then the answer is the point where they cross. So down 1, so it's x is 0. X is 0, no 6. And down 1, 2, 3. Or x is equal to 0 and y is equal to -3. Alright, so you do the last one on your own. You can go ahead and do it that way, or you can graph it on your own, which will probably come out evenly and be nice and easy, or you could throw it into the calculator. 1/2 plus 4, 1/2 x plus 4 and -2x minus 1, and go into the table and find on the table where the 2 points are the same. Okay.